I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe a card and they rock us. These promoters, the sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fans when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the real enemy. You motherfucker be tempting me. Don't like your energy, you think you pimping me. If I for over 500 centuries, no penitentiary. I'm smoking plenty weed. I don't need no sympathy. Earl Spin versus Crawford gon' be all the time. Regardless of who win or lose, they still gon' be in the Hall of Fame. So I ain't even in my feelings. Regardless of the rain, I'm chillin'. Numb to the pain, no feeling. Can't do the same dope feeling. We're guilty, but I ain't no villain. Lost my top, so it ain't no ceiling. Ryan versus Tank, if fight, I'm not feeling. Cause we already know that Tank gon' kill him. I wanna see Tank versus Devin Haney. Even Frank Moore. What about Shakur? Boxing is not a sport that we can afford. Cause we know that rich people ride the poor. This I cannot ignore. I never been shot before. The pain is burning inside. My people died. It's just like a hunter who shot a bull. Damn. I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rob us. These promoters, the sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fan when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the real enemy.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. I put my heart in this boxing. Hey, they be like, y'all need to stop it. Hey, we swipe our card and they rob us. The promoters is sharks and they partners. Hey, listen. This shit is deeper than boxing. I'm gonna make a wild prediction. I don't know, this time next year, I might not even be talking about boxing. But I'm gonna definitely be talking some shit. I just don't know. But we're going to see how it go. I didn't really start this channel for boxing either. Nah, I didn't start this shit for no boxing. Boxing was just the title I used, 903 Boxing. It's at times I wish I had named it something different, like 903 Revolution or some shit. 903 Fuck the White Boy or some shit. 903. Anyway, the point I'm making is, lately, I've been getting kind of personal. I've been telling little stories, even in the midst of talking about boxing, and I just think it's much needed because I think it's people out here that feel the same way. So I'm hoping that some can relate to it. If you can't, then just listen, bro. What Jermall Charlo is going through is something that I think we've all went through. I definitely went through it, and I'm explaining how. Man, it's black people. The only love we know in these times is tough love. That's the only love black people know. That's the only love we show. I don't think real love exists amongst black people. I don't think we know what love is. I don't think we display real love. I don't think it's real love in the hearts of our hearts. We some cold-hearted motherfuckers. I'm telling you, we cold-hearted. Yeah, some of us are a little kinder than others, but for the most part, we pretty cold-hearted. The way our kids die and we ain't acted a goddamn fool about it, the way we let our kids dress, the way we just dump them off at school and let the system raise them, no, we some cold-hearted motherfuckers. At least Big Mama used to get them kids a good talking to before they go to school and shit and let them know that all this. Anyway, made the video about Jermall Charlo being the David Ruffin of boxing, and he is. I'm just gonna tell you, bro, I've been trying to be on code because this Canelo shit, because this is a black versus Mexican affair. You motherfuckers may not want to admit that shit, but it is. That's how Mexicans see it, so that's how I see it, and I want the black fighter to win. But I don't like Jermall. Never really liked him, bro. Never really I told you, he David Ruffin, bro. He gon' gal your gal while you in the pen, bro, and still put money on your books. But he gon' gal your gal and raise your kids and all that, and they gon' call him daddy, and he gon' tell them to call him daddy and shit. Jermall a selfish motherfucker, bro. I like him, but I don't like him. I like him in the ring, bro. But outside the ring, I've just noted you wasn't a good friend of Spence. You talking like you gonna fight Bud. You acting like Spence ain't even gonna win the rematch, bro. Another thing that Jermall said that I didn't bring up, I don't like his wife. And it's like, he spoke about the man. Bro, there's somebody he was in love with. This was his high school sweetheart. This dude is fucked up behind it. I don't like her nowhere. As if, like, Jermall, bro, he has no problem letting the world know that when him and his brother ain't seeing eye to eye. But, you know, when I listened to that podcast, was it on the private podcast when Jermall Charlo broke down and cried? And he just said, nobody understands. Nobody understands. I've been having to deal with this shit by myself. And when he was crying and man, they put the camera on Jermall. Jermall had that look like, man, this fool embarrassing me and shit, bro. Stop all that hoe ass crying and shit. That's the way Jermall, bro. But Jermall, you cried after you lost to Tony Harrison, bro. You cried over a fucking fight, bro. This dude crying over his wife. Selfishness, bro. You selfish, bro. I always knew Jermall was selfish, bro. When you cried after losing to Tony Harrison, Jermall was right there for you. I always noticed that, bro. Jermall was always there for Jermall, bro. When he beat Castano and won undisputed, Jermall cried in the ring and was happy for you. He cried and said, man, I don't care if I don't win. If my brother got to fight with Canelo. If he win, we both win. Then Jermall come back and say, you making the brand look bad. So I got to represent for the brand because everybody talking down on the Lions Only brand, and I'm the only one been standing up for the brand. Bro, this dude been going through the time of his life. And you worried about him fighting good to make you look good and make y'all look good. Fuck what the world think, bro. When it come to your brother, that's why we living in times, bro. It's hard to find brothers. Most brothers that I know, they don't like each other. This is the land of brothers hating on each other. Brothers telling they girl that they got this girl, telling it on them that he got other women. Brothers are hating on brothers these days. And that's why I hate when content creators be so excited to report on Jermall and Jermall. And that's why I'm talking about it, because I'm sick of you motherfuckers talking about it. So we gonna talk about it, bro. Oh, I just feel like, bro, the boxing world has completely shitted on Jermall. You motherfuckers ain't nothing but baboon. Bro, you motherfuckers are some of the most boxing fans and just fans and any are some of the most selfish motherfuckers that has ever existed, bro. These fighters go through way more than a fucking fight. They go through death. They go through losing people. So, nah, bro. Fuck that ring and fuck up some bitch ass boxing when it comes to me having a piece at life, bro. Because there's no retirement check from boxing. There's no nothing, bro. If you don't make the money you gonna make and do what the fuck you gonna do, you're gonna be broke like most fighters when they retire. That's what they don't tell you. So, man, it just hit me today, bro. I've been letting that shit ride. I ain't said nothing about Jermall. I ain't made no Jermall Charlo videos. Nah, bro. I had to speak up for you. I don't like the word of boxing world done you. And like I said with that bitch ass slap with Caleb, he done got $1 million worth of game interview. Caleb Plant ain't never got a major interview until he get into it with Jermall. I'm finna tell you some more shit. David Benavidez's name blew up off of getting into it with Jermall. But they try to act like Jermall or nobody. David Benavidez became a much bigger star when he beefed with Jermall. A much bigger star. And Caleb Plant has too. So, I just peeped the play, bro. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get personal. I'm going to say this real quick. I'm going to keep saying it, bro. Jermall Charlo, different kind of fighter, bro. Different kind of fighter. And you know, they are opposites because I say Jermall is unpredictable, but it can be in a good way, but it also can be in a bad way. It's in a good way because he can knock you the fuck out the blue. He's very unpredictable with his punches. He don't just throw the same punch. A lot of fighters have their own signature punch. Jermall, he clip you with all kind of shit. He done stopped dudes to the body, stopped them with all kind of different punches. So, but Jermall, what makes him so good to me, it's almost like Devin Haney. He's very predictable. Very predictable, but consistent. And it's hard to stop. The jab of Jermall Charlo, bro, I told you, it's the best in boxing when he's active. It's the best in boxing, bro. And the right hand is coming behind it. It's like a missile. And the uppercut on the inside will stop you, bro. And he's strong. And he got good defense. Jermall Charlo got good defense. So, he a hell of a fight. I'm going to tell you another thing he going through. And I've been peeped this. Running Shields changed on him. Running Shields changed on him, bro. I watched it. You want to know why I say he changed? When he got David Morrell, everything changed. Before he got David Morrell, it was all about Jermall. Jermall and Canelo. I'm telling you, Jermall gonna beat him. I'm telling you, I know without a shot in a doubt, Jermall is a better fighter than Canelo. And I agreed. He said, man, y'all just don't know how good Jermall is. Jermall is great. Jermall is one of the best fighters I've ever trained. That's what Ronnie Shields said. When David Morrell came, it became all about David Morrell. And I love David Morrell. But it became all about David. He quit talking about Jermall. So it's like, as I'm going through this divorce, as I'm going through these different things, I'm not getting this Canelo fight. I never got the Triple G fight. I've been ducked. I haven't received a big fight. I deserve it. I've been a champion for over 5 years. Like, I get no respect in boxing. I'm not getting these fights. And they turn around and blame Jermall for not getting... They blame Jermall for Canelo ducking him. Imagine that. Imagine if they had to blame David Benavidez for Canelo. They didn't do that shit. That's why when everybody said David, I'm telling you, bro, my grandfather told me, he said, you a rebellious motherfucker. You rebellious. Grown-ups used to tell me I was rebellious. And they would make me think it was in a bad way. No, it's in a good way, bro. Because I will stand for you even if everybody else say I'm not a follower. I'm not a follower, bro. That's why when everybody was saying, Canelo must fight David, man, I said, I don't give a fuck if that fight happened. Because he ducked the black fighters, and we didn't put up this kind of fight. So I don't give a fuck if he ever get that fight, especially after David Benavidez and his father came out and said, we just going to talk nicer to Canelo, and we going to be nice, and we won't disrespect him, because we hope that, in hopes that we may get the fight, so we don't want to piss him off. Listen, bro, I was one of the only channels that said, I don't give a fuck if that fight happened. Just like we didn't give a fuck if he fought Charlo. So, like I said, imagine if fans had blamed David Benavidez for not getting the Canelo. What has he done? Because he hadn't done nothing. Remember, that was the excuse for Charlo. What has he done? I'm going to say some shit to make you motherfuckers drop your blunt. Jermall Charlo, and I want to make something very clear. I'm for these brothers being brothers and twins and loving each other. It's not to divide them or nothing. But if we're going to talk differences, we're going to talk it. Because at this moment, Jermall Charlo has been praised. He's become the top dog. He just received $20 million. He on top of the world. And he a great fighter, but he's selfish. But I'm going to say this. I think Jermall Charlo has one of the best resumes in boxing. Top 3 resume in boxing. He's fought tough individual after tough. He's fought tough fight after tough fight after tough fight, bro. He done had like 7 straight tough fights. I'm going to say 10 straight tough fights. Got a hell of a resume. All the way back to, what's that Jackson dude? Jackson? No. Was it Charles Hatley? Charles Hatley? Yeah. Charles Hatley. Anyway, he's fought a lot of good fighters back to back. So his resume is better than Jermall's. But let me say this. Derevyanchenko is a better win than any opponent that Jermall Charlo has ever faced. Better than Castano. Because at this point, I'd say Castano is his best opponent. Tony Harrison fought the best fight, but he wasn't the best opponent. Because Tony Harrison, after looking at that Tim Tszyu shit, he just, I don't know, bro. But Castano has been his toughest fight. Derevyanchenko, the version that Charlo fought, was better. And way more, and more grittier. That's a tougher fight. Derevyanchenko, and he beat Triple G. Didn't get the credit. Derevyanchenko, tougher than anybody Jermall ever fought. And that's a fact. Tougher, bro. Derevyanchenko was a hell of a, and Jermall dominated him. And also fought. And that's the thing about Jermall, bro. He gonna outbox you, but if you wanna fight, bro, he gonna fight, and he got a good inside game. He got a good inside game. A lot of fighters don't have. He got a good inside game. So, yeah, bro, you done went through your shit, and I hope you bounce back. But let me just say this, because I can definitely relate. And like I said, I've been getting a little personal because I hope that it can encourage people and just know, bro. What's that song? Somebody loves you, baby. But I guess it helps me getting certain shit off my chest. But so I talk a lot about shit I went through as a teenager, and I told you, bro, and it wasn't my fault. No, my parents divorced. They separated. It was a very bad divorce, a very bad separation, and I went with my mother. And eventually, because our parents, we neglect our children. That's just a fact. Our parents neglect their children, especially when you're a single mother. And it's not their fault, but we just, with life, with working, with stress and dealing with shit, we neglect our children. So feeling neglected, I end up getting in the streets, and just to the point where I'm in the streets, to the point where I'm out there, bro. Everybody talking about me, my name ringing all through the family, through the streets. Charles just had a fight here. Charles was over here. He was at the club. I look back, bro, and I think about those times. All I needed was love, bro. That's all I needed, bro. That shit would have got me complete. That'll get most of these kids out the streets, bro, if you love them. Instead of showing them tough love. That's all we do. Let him do it. He gonna learn. Now, let them stay out there in them streets. Let them be a blood. Now, let them smoke weed. Let them hang. Let them get shot at. Let them get jumped by 50 Crips. Let all that happen to them. Now, let them damn near get killed out there in the country by some grown motherfuckers. Let him go through all that. He gonna learn. Yeah, you want to be a thug? This is what happened to thugs. That's black folks. And that's the way my family done me. That's the way they done me. It was to the point, bro. Let me tell you something. I was treated like the criminal of all criminals. The only thing I ever stole, because I was treated like a dope fiend, I wasn't on no crack or nothing. I just smoked weed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 13 years old, and it got to the point, I stole one hairbrush from my uncle. I stole a hairbrush, because, back then, Waves was it. And, boy, we was dedicated. We used to compete with Waves. So, I stole this wave brush. And I remember we went back home, and he called my mama, and he told her to look around the bathroom, see if she see a brush. So she found the brush. Over a fucking hairbrush. I was never allowed back over there. Never back. And not only that, it spread throughout the family. Nobody wanted me at their house because I stole a hairbrush. That's how hard we on each other. And that's on a teenager. That's how hard. And it's no diss to my family. None of that there. I love my family. Even though some of you motherfuckers look at me funny at the gatherings. Some of you motherfuckers still don't hug me. Like I done some shit to you. Because family act like they're ashamed of you when you go to jail a lot. Cause I went to jail a lot as a teenager. So, because it's just a system, bro. Once you get on probation, any little fuck up, you going to jail. So I was in and out of jail. So family get to looking at you like you an embarrassment. And they don't want you around them. So I went through that, and like I said, bro, the tough love only made me more of an animal. The tough love made me only fight hard in these streets. The tough love only made me want to stay away from you motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what the tough love did. It made me want to stay away from you motherfuckers. So I know that feeling to the fullest. I told you, bro, when I moved with my granddaddy in Dallas, my entire family on both sides told him, do not take me in. Like, you would have thought I was just killing folks, shooting folks up. Nah, bro, I'm just walking the streets, sleeping from couch to couch, sleeping wherever I can find somewhere to sleep. But I was talked about as if I might beat you up and rob you and rob my own family. I ain't never robbed nobody in my family. No, not in my family. But the way I was talked about, it wasn't. Oh man, that poor child out there. He 13 years old in these streets, man. Where's fam? No, it wasn't that. It was more of that boy just bad. I was told I was so bad. I was always told that to where, hell, I just wanted to be bad. I want to be what you motherfuckers told me I am. But anyway, I ain't gonna get too deep, man. I done said enough, but I reversed that effect, and I beat the odds. It was at a point, bro, when people used to gamble on me going back to jail. Yeah, when I was a teenager, he gonna be back. I remember the guards gambled on me, and they won that bet because I was right back 2 weeks later. But I wish they bet on me now. I wish you motherfuckers bet, and I'd put my hand in that shit, And I win a lot because I've been out 10 years. I'm proud of that. I definitely ain't where I want to be. I definitely don't have the things that I want to have. I definitely haven't, because I want to be a help to many. And I want to be able to help, especially kids and the youth, because I understand the loneliness. I understand the rejection. I understand the neglect. I understand that feeling. It's a cold world out here. And like I said, as a teenager, bro, grown men have tried to take my life. They don't care if you're a teenager. They don't get me. When you in these streets, grown men will try to kill you and grown women will fuck you. So that's the way it go. So it's a cold world, bro. And we still live by this tough love shit. I'm telling you, bro, that's why I talk a lot about. Wasn't no tough love with Big Mama. Wasn't no tough love with Big Mama. You know, women was different, bro. Matter of fact, I got a video coming about women. But my grandfather, like I said, I moved with him to Dallas when I was 15. But he loved my grandma. He loved him. You know, this was back in the late 70s when brothers first started leaving their women and shit like that and trying to pursue their own life and became selfish motherfuckers. Anyway, he left her with 10 kids. And my pops always resented my grandfather for that. And he talked about the love he had for his mother. But he always told me how on my grandfather's birthday, my grandma would make my father and all his siblings, all his 10 other siblings, call my granddaddy and say, "Happy birthday, we love you," and give him gifts and take them to see him. Because most of the time they was mad at him for not being in their life. They didn't want to see him. She would make them call. And they could never say nothing bad about my granddaddy around them. See, that's how Big Mama was. Even though you fucked over me and left me with all these kids, I never speak bad about you. You know. Anyway, boy, the women these days, it don't matter even if you're a good father. All these women speak down on their baby daddies and shit like. So what I'm saying is, it's just different, bro. It's a different kind of love. It's a different kind of compassion. It's a different kind of heart. Because I know if I down this man to you, eventually you're gonna resent me for it. You're gonna resent me for speaking down on your father. So it's just different, bro. But like I said, love is a complicated thing that we still trying to learn because it's some shit we lost. We lost our sauce and we trying to regain it. But I'm telling you right now, bro, tough love ain't gonna help these kids. Tough love ain't gonna never help these kids. Tough love won't even help these grown motherfuckers. Tough love will push you the fuck away. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.